welcome back to another Iceman Series segment. In this video, I want to do a review on the new Stoeger M3500 Turkey Edition with the stock 24-inch barrel. When I first saw this shotgun at Bass Pro, I looked it over and I thought maybe, okay, it'll do fine. But I did not realize that it had a 7.25 pound trigger pull. And when I actually tested it out at the range, I was like, oh gosh, this is awful. So I ordered a spring kit from mcabo.com. That's mcabo.com. And they sent the trigger kit out to me. Actually, all it is a trigger spring and a firing pin spring. It reduces it down to 5.25 pounds. Big difference. So before you actually go in the woods, and some guys may want the 7.5 pound trigger or 7.25 pound trigger, that's fine. But me personally, I'm used to a 5 pound trigger or maybe a 5.5 pound trigger for my turkey guns. And I really did not think I would be able to take this shotgun in the woods this year until I did something with this trigger, because if I wasn't able to get another trigger for this shotgun this year, it would have stayed in the gun case and I would not have taken it out because the pull was entirely too hard. So I'm going to tell you, and like I said, the gun is empty. As you can see, the receivers pull back. The gun is empty. The bolts pull back. The gun is empty, and I'm just going to go ahead and release it. Perfect trigger. Perfect trigger pull. Okay, I really like the camo. The camo's really nice because Benelli, they make good things anyway, because Benelli makes this Stoeger. So 24-inch barrel, which is I really like, has a rib vent on top. And also I added a TRU-GLO kit. I don't know if you can see it or not. Front and back sight, a TRU-GLO kit, which is really nice. And when you put the front bead on, it's stationary, and when you put the back bead on, you have an elevation screw on the top. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's an elevation screw on the top that you can raise the actual sight. And also in between the fiber optic in the back, you loosen that screw and you can adjust your windage. You don't have to worry about taking the actual mounting screws that mounts to the rib and adjust those. That once you tack them down, they're stationary. You can adjust everything else from the back. That's really nice about this TRU-GLO. TRU-GLO setup. I did not know anything about this inertion system. I may be saying it wrong. Inertion system, and to me it's almost like a pump, semi-automatic combo, because the only thing that pushes this only thing that pushes this bolt back is the pressure from the shot. So the factory recommends that you shoot between 200 to 500 rounds to break this thing in. But I think I've shot this maybe 15 times, and the first shot out of this shotgun, the round ejected. Second shot, the round ejected. The 20th shot, the round ejected. I have never had a misfire. I have never had a round to stick in here because I'm not shooting 2 3/4. I think that's what they're talking about. If you shoot 2 3/4, that means it's not enough pressure in some of these rounds in the 2 3/4 that will eject the shell. And some guys may get frustrated because of that. But me, I like the 3-inch round, 3-inch shell, should I say, and every time they've been ejecting the shell. But like I said, that's one cool thing about this inertion system is most of the pressure when you fire that round off, probably 98% of the pressure goes out of that barrel, and 5%, I'm sorry, 95% pressure probably go out the barrel. That's just my speculation, and 5% is being kicked back to release the shell. I may be off, but it just sounds like to me, and it looks like to me, that this is just as accurate as a pump shotgun, because it's not gas activated. Should I say it's not gas operated? It's just operate off of this back pressure, and it rejects the shell from just back pressure, really, from this inertia system in the spring and everything working together. But and the choke that comes with it, it's I didn't know how it would work, to be honest with you, because when I took it to the range to test it out, I used the factory choke and I used the Indian Creek choke. So I was real impressed with the factory choke, because every round, I'm sorry, every turkey gun that I've owned, I've always used Indian Creek. But for some reason, this Stoeger M3500 do not favor the Indian Creek choke with the Longbeard XRs. That's all I shoot is Longbeard XR 3-inch and the number 6 shot. So what I did, this shot here, I shot that at 10 yards just to check to see where my sights were, because like I said, I put that TRU-GLO TRU-bead turkey sight system on here, a fiber optic sight system on here, and it shot kind of low. So I elevated my back sight just to get it to go where it's supposed to go. And these two here, this one here, I shot that at 25 yards. And it was shooting a little to the right. So what I did, I just moved my windage, to the left. And when I move my windage to the left, I got that pattern right there. So I'm gonna tell you, it's when I move my sight to the left, I got that pattern right there. Perfect. I mean, perfect. 25-yard shot. And I didn't count all the beads, but it looks like 220 beads or something in this particular circle here. I mean, you can count them. I mean, it's incredible, because right here is, as you can see, that's where most of the pellets went, in that area right there. But that's incredible. That's incredible. But like I said, the fiber optic sights, and some guys like one bead on the front. Hey, that's fine for you. But me personally, I either like using scope, and I may end up putting a scope on here later on, I don't know. But I always like using a back sight with my front sight. I just do, because I'm more comfortable and confident in that from that aspect. But like I said, the only thing I found wrong with this Stoeger was the trigger. But like I said, the finish is great. The butt stock can be a little bit more beefier, especially up against your cheek, because when you got it, when you actually looking down those sights, it's not bad. But I'm used to a beefier butt stock, and but like I said, I really like the fact that it's a semi-automatic, because I've been using pumps for years, and sometimes you'll miss, like I did on opening day. I missed the turkey. I got too excited. I mean, big old gobbler came in, and I got tunnel vision, and I'm thinking he's at a certain distance, and I was using my other shotgun with a scope, and I misjudged the distance, and I just flat out missed. I'm glad I did. So I'm gonna get back at him probably tomorrow, and hopefully I can get on him and get it done. But this time around, I'm not going to carry my other shotgun, my other turkey gun. I'm going to carry the Stoeger here in the woods for the first time, because I end up sighting it in yesterday with these TRU-GLO sights. But like I said, I really like these sights. I did not think I would like them, because when you're looking down that bead, I mean, when you're looking down that down that barrel, you're looking at them sights, I mean, they really stand out. And it's easy to set up, because I like the fact that you got your windage and you got your elevation screw back here after you stationary your rear sight on here. And like I said, the front sight is really stout, and it stands out as well. But like I said, I was really counting on my Indian Creek choke tube to work on this gun, but it is what it is. All guns like certain chokes, all guns like certain ammo, but I've never had a gun not to like my Longbeard XR number 6s and the 3-inch Magnums. But they don't, this gun do not like my Indian Creek choke. It likes the factory choke, so that's what I'm going to stay with. But I did shoot the Indian Creek choke after I shot this for the first time, and it was shooting way too low and to the right. And I was like, you know what, that's just too much trouble. So I put the factory choke back in and shot it again, and it was a little low, and that's when I elevated my sight, and it was dead on at 25 yards. So all I got to do was just put them sights on them, and I should be able to do all right. But anyway, I love this factory pistol grip, because really you can tote this in the woods with just the grip. Just hold the grip in your hand. If you just gotta do some walking, you don't have to worry about having that sling across your shoulder, because sometimes them slings, they end up hurting if you're running and gunning an awful lot. But I do like this pistol grip. You can also be real steady with it when you got that turkey coming in, and instead of holding it here, you got it here, and I mean, you can be real steady with it if he's just gonna sit out there. Because some turkeys, I'm telling you, they just wait and then wait and then wait and then wait, and you holding this pistol grip, and it can be a little bit more comfortable than holding it around the stock. So, but like I said, great overall finish. This is the mossy oak finish here. Great finish. Durable gun. They say this is a workhorse. It says durable. I mean, it's a durable gun, and one other thing I wanted to add is this little actual receiver button here. You cannot put a round in your chamber until you press this, and then you can actually eject it. And once you press it, it'll push a round up into the chamber. But if you don't press this little button, this little silver button right here, you won't even get around in the chamber, and then you'll wonder what's wrong with your gun. But butt stock is nice and comfortable, and they also do have a weight that you can add into your butt stock to prevent your gun from kicking more. But I'm not even going to do that, because I don't want to be walking around all over the place and having a real heavy gun. I'd rather keep it as light as possible. I mean, this is heavy enough. I think it's 7.7 pounds, but it's definitely how I want it. I got it set up the way I want it. It's basic. It's really basic as of now. But if I decide to put a scope on there later, I will. But as of now, I'm going to keep it like this. But anyway, Stoeger, I think this is a really cool system, the inertion system. It's like I said, it's like shooting a pump and a semi-automatic at the same time. Because like I said, it pushes most of the pressure out this barrel, and just enough pressure to eject the shell. So okay, God bless you. And everybody that's suffering from this coronavirus, I pray that everybody recovers from it well, and anybody that lost a loved one from this virus, I'm so sorry, and we're praying for you and your family. Also, I want to add, if you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, I'm asking you to get to know Him. All you got to do is confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that God raised Jesus from the dead. You shall be saved. Please repent. Ask God to come into your heart, and He will. He will save you. He'll also protect you through these trying times, but you have to use wisdom. You definitely have to use wisdom. But He'll protect you through these trying times, and He'll carry you through. All right? Iceman signing out. God bless you. Take care.